Hey, what is up guys? So I got something super awesome for any of you guys that are not a fan of the pendulum mechanic in the game. Even though there is some perform mages in the deck, at its core, the TrapTrix plus the artifacts are essentially anti-meta. But anyways, I would say it's relatively budget friendly, just because, I mean, basically you just need a trade beast. I know that Time Space Trap Hole for some people can be a pricey card, but you don't really need it in this deck. But I got a bunch of replays from Mr. Gutex over here. Thanks for sending in these awesome replays of showing how cool the deck can be. And even though he happened to have Glow Up Bulb, I believe he happened to have Glow Up Bulb in this one. There's a lot of times where he uses Glow Up Bulb, but it's not really relevant because, I mean, King of the Feral Imps is like a quarter anyways, right? So you have access to adding X-Saber Palomero, and that actually helps out a ton. With the addition of Gem Knight, Surf Knight, you're able to get that additional normal summon, which makes it so much better. And especially since Brilliant Fusion has gone kind of down in price. I know it was really expensive for a little bit, but for the most part, this is awesome. Like I said, there's a few replays that I really want to share with some of you guys. Just because this deck, it's really cool because it completely shuts down pendulums. Because first turn Natria Beast, almost 100%. Well, I would say you have like an 80% chance to win if you make this turn 1 against a pendulum deck. Like if you combine it with Natria Barking, you've won the game. There have been players in the OCG that have been doing breakthrough skill to try to combat Natria Beast because this card automatically just wins the game, and that can be a problem for basically any deck that requires spells. Like Cosmos, on the other hand, it doesn't have that much access to just auto win against Cosmos, so to speak. But with a card like Giant Hand in combination with his field turn 1, it was just absolutely phenomenal. But like I said, with King of the Feral Imps, you can actually add the X-Saber card, and with the Gem Knight Fusion, you're able to, or is it Brilliant Fusion, sorry. That card, you're able to just be able to instantly just go straight for the Natria Beast. And like I said, if you don't have access to Natria Beast through just the Glow Up Bulb, you also have access to it by getting an additional normal summon, and you can go into the King of Feral Imps and then search out the X-Saber card. And at this point, he's basically lost the game. He activates that, and the replay ended. Alright, these replays are really fast too. Not even mad right here. Let's go check out this one. But thanks, Gutex, for sharing this off, because I know a lot of my viewers, they're like, yo, I don't really like pendulums, is there anything to play? And I was always on the side that said, you know what, like honestly, if you want to be competitive, pendulums are kind of the deck that is taking off right now. And you can see right here, he's got a Beast Barkion. Like, he's made it several times, and you can do it through like Brilliant Fusion, you can do it through 1-for-1, you can do it through Foolish, you can add it with X-Saber Palomero. You have a lot of access to essentially just, he just quits right there, and I don't blame him, because there's really nothing you could do at that point. I mean, the replay did error here, so I don't know what's up with DevPro right now. Hopefully this issue will get fixed, but for the most part, it's the same concept over and over, is to be able to throw a Natria Beast turn 1. And if you can make that in a lot of different decks, you can just win the game. Heck, 6 Samurais can pull off that card, which is pretty cool as well. But I feel like I just really like the Brilliant Fusion tech. Like, it's basically seen in every deck. Heck, even Pendulum decks are running this card now, just because the ability to search off the extra card, whatever perform mage that you dump into the graveyard, or a Trick Clown can give you access to rank 4s. You can go for King of Feral Imps over here, and at the point the other guy quits as well. But it's just amazing to see how successful this deck is, like how consistent this guy is actually pulling this off. Now, this is one of those hands where he didn't actually open up with the first turn of Natria Beast, but if you're not opening a first turn of Natria Beast, I mean, he's got 5 back row, and he's got the Sanctum is really good, especially when you don't draw Moral Talk. That's one thing that I hated with TrapTrix, is like once they lost that triple Moral Talk, oh man, that really did suck for them. But, I mean, for the most part, he's able to finally bust out that Natria Beast, and even against these new Moonlight archetypes, a lot of archetypes revolve around like spells, and like if you don't give them access to polymerization, they can't really make anything. They essentially just kind of lose, especially since they can't complete pendulum scale. And even though this is not a pendulum based deck, you use the pendulum scales for their effects. Like this card lets you just bring back a monster every single turn. If you can combine it with Moonlight Blue Cat's effect to resummon another monster, and then he goes ahead and quits out right there. But these are awesome replays, And like I said, okay, this duel over here, it's kind of cool. What the guy actually busts out first turn. I actually think Magic Cylinder is a pretty decent card, just because the game is so fast. Like it doesn't matter if you go -1, you can pull out Trade Beast, you win the game. But he's got you know, a Malefic Rainbow Dragon, plus he's got Mound of the Bound Creator. Basically, it can't be targeted and it can't be destroyed. It can be pretty annoying for certain decks that deal with it, but what you just try to do is essentially get rid of Mound of the Bound Creator. And then once you get rid of this, you kind of just win the game. If they have something to protect this, though, yeah, it can get pretty annoying, and some decks will just like have to fold because they can't get rid of that card. But especially if you combine it with like the what is it, the one where like field spells can't be destroyed, even though more likely Castell probably like, target it, but you know, it's alright. I think we covered most of them. I think we got all of them. I probably should have done an order, but I really like that Pepe duel. That first one was just really good. But I'll get you guys the deck profile for this. I'll like build it up manually myself, because I think this is a really strong deck, and most Pendulum decks, like I said, they'll just like fold turn 1 because they can't do anything. And look what this guy just busts out. He's got First in a Tree, Beast, Barkion. He's got Warning. He's got Time Space Trap Hole. He's got Artifact Ignition, ready to set that Molotov for later on. That's some pretty good stuff over here. And I think we went over like all of them. Okay, this was the Pepe one. But anyways, yeah, it's pretty much, you can first turn Naturia Beast pretty consistently in this deck. I know that he used 1-for-1 on some of the plays, but like I said, there's 1-for-1, there's Foolish Burial, you can add Pearl Moreau when you go for like Brilliant Fusion. Like, there's so many ways just to dump out the Naturia Beast, and that's the goal. And like at this point, like, what do you do? Like, activate one card? Can't. Like, you can't do anything. Like, he damage jugglers here. He probably, if he had Trick Clan, a Hat Tricker, he can maybe go into a rank 4 and get rid of it. But there is Artifact Sanctum, so more than likely, by the time he busts out like the Castell or whatever would get over it, he can just Sanctum it, and at that point, game over, man. But pretty sweet stuff. I think, yeah, we did we go over this one? Oh, this is the Dark World one, yeah. But we basically showed off how good and consistent this deck can be. But thank you, Mr. Gutex, for sharing this deck. Like I said, Naturia Beast looking like it's going to be like, if you make it turn 1, you have like a really high chance to win the game. Even if it's not against just Pendulum decks, spell cards in this game are just too important right now. And I feel like if you can stop that, I think that stops other people's Brilliant Fusion. Pretty good stuff. But anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But thank you, Gutex, for sharing this awesome deck with us. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. It's been your boy, Will Smith, signing out.